Hey there, how you doing, everybody? It's Gus Wagner from the Rocket Group, and we're going live here with another one of our periscopes for the 31 days of LinkedIn challenge. I guess you could say the challenge I've put to myself to talk about LinkedIn for 31 days of December here in 2015. Today's post. Hey there, Shama. How you doing? Thanks for joining in. What we've got going on here today is we're talking about a post that we just put up. It's just been published to rocketgroupllc.com. It's rocketgroupllc.com, LarryCharlie.com. And it's called Use the LinkedIn Daily. Now, before I get into this, let me show you a little bit about what we're doing. We've got a list of, I think it's 100 different topics that people have asked us about over the years about LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn is everybody's favorite social media platform, correct? So we've got a list of about 100. We pick a number at random each day, and that's the topic that we talk about each day. So some of them are kind of 101 level topics. Some of them are 201, 301, if people still talk in those terms. And such. So using the LinkedIn Daily, I'm going to say is a 101 type entry here, but it is important because you know why? Because not many of us are doing it. Not many of us are doing LinkedIn on a daily basis. I know I'm not still, and I haven't been, or wasn't for a very, very long time. It was kind of the forgotten thing. So, like it says here in the blog, that too many of us, whether we're individuals, whether we're companies, whether we're whatever, we take advantage at LinkedIn. We've dumped our resume there, and we've set it and we've forgotten it. Set it and forget it. It doesn't work that way. It's not going to work for you if you treat it like that. So let's look at some things you can do daily on LinkedIn. And if you have any questions for the folks that are viewing this, if you have any questions, chime in and we'll get to them. So the first thing you can do every day, it's very simple, just like you do on Facebook. Check the timeline, check that front page of LinkedIn and see if there's anything there from your connections that you can interact with. And that's commenting, liking, sharing, exactly like Facebook does. The exact same tools that Facebook gives you when you're dealing with other people's content. So check that. If it's something in your industry, somebody got a promotion, somebody got a name change, whatever, congratulate them on their new business cards. Take that action. And of course, every time you take action on LinkedIn, it publishes out in the timelines of all of your connections that Gus Wagner did something. Another thing you should be doing is on the top line of LinkedIn is your notifications bar, and you'll see the little red flags up there. And that's going to tell you if you've got new connection invitations, if you've got new messages, or if any of your connections have published new content. So take a look at those notifications as often as possible and interact with that. Approve or disapprove the new connections. Go and see if the content that your connections are publishing to the LinkedIn publisher, any interest to you. So on and so forth. Something about those daily LinkedIn connections, checking those as frequently as possible. We've been seeing a lot more spam type connections coming through our own LinkedIn connection requests. So I'd suggest that you check the legitimacy of those LinkedIn connection invites before you just blindly accept them. I know some people are still lying LinkedIn open network. Not as many as there used to be back in the early days of LinkedIn. But even if you're operating like that, you probably don't want a bunch of spam robots to be your LinkedIn connections. So be careful of that. Third thing you can do, and it's very important that you try to do this frequently if you're not going to do it daily, and that's to update your own profile. And I'm not talking about changing your profile picture or such, but update your profile. If you're not sure what to update, follow those little prompts. LinkedIn's very, very good being proactive. They've always been very proactive when compared to the other social media channels, but be proactive. Answer those proactive questions. What are your certifications? What did you do in school? What are you doing in your community? Things like that can go very far in helping you to update your profile. And it's probably just answering simple questions that are on the screen. And the blog post has, I took my own LinkedIn profile here and have 4 points that they just asked me today that I haven't answered yet either. So I'm not the reformed sinner that you might think I am. I'm still trying to do better with LinkedIn, and that's part of the 31 days of LinkedIn process here. So again, go to rocketgroupllc.com to check out this latest blog post and all the ones that we've posted so far. Check to see who's viewed your profile. That's a very important one. You get a notification about that in your email box on a very frequent basis. It'll show you if the people have their security settings open. It'll show you that Gus Wagner checked out your profile, or that Gus Wagner checked out Gus Wagner's profile, or whoever, Jim Smith checked out my profile. Was it somebody who was just cyber stalking me, or was it somebody who's actually interested in learning more about myself or my business operations? Same goes for you. If you've been notified that somebody's looking at your profile, check them out and see what it is, what that mutual connection, what that interest might have been. And if there's a possibility for professional activity, reach out to them. And if you're a member of any LinkedIn groups, you want to jump into those groups and check out those groups and see if there's anything that you can bring to the table of value to what's going on with the LinkedIn groups. Commenting, sharing, even interacting is going to help keep that group alive. Now here's those are 4 things we thought that you could do on a daily basis. Here's two things that maybe you shouldn't be doing on a daily basis. And the first one is to be careful with just doing the easy thing. The lowest common denominator of LinkedIn is for people to click the endorsements. If you put up different skills that are related to your profile, if you're good at drawing with a pencil or drawing with a crayon, and people have experience with you in that manner, they can offer you an endorsement, and then it publishes to your profile and it goes out that says that Gus Wagner endorsed you for drawing with a crayon. Well, be careful about that, because in our opinion the LinkedIn endorsement function is basically the same as the Facebook poke function. It's not something that is taken very seriously. It's not something that people even look at really. You know, maybe if you are some world leader in something or other, but you're probably not. Well, maybe you are watching this. But anyway, if you can don't go around endorsing people, because it really amounts to nothing, and it's just a nice gesture is what it boils down to. So don't put a lot of weight in that. And always, 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 always be careful the digital trail that you're leaving on LinkedIn. Everything you do, unless you have your settings set to not do this, which you probably don't, and many of us don't, every time you look at somebody's profile, every time you do something with a group, it's so far, but mostly when you're looking at somebody's profile, that's the most important thing. It's the most important thing that you're looking at somebody's profile. They will get a notification that you looked at their profile. That's how you get the notifications that somebody looked at your profile. So be careful, be mindful of the digital trail that you leave on LinkedIn. So it's just a couple things there in today's 31 days of LinkedIn posts that we wanted to talk about here. It's kind of fun to combine the Periscope live streaming capabilities along with what's going on with what we're printing here on the website and such, and across the other social media channels. To be honest with you, I've only posted once on LinkedIn about this 31 days mission, so there's no ulterior motive to that as well, and we'll get to that further down the line. So what other daily activities would you recommend? Anybody out there have anything that they'd like to share? You can do it here right now in the Periscope, or feel free to do so in the comments or in the tweets or wherever you run across this piece of content at. We'd like to know what you do on a daily basis on LinkedIn that has led to your success and what others can learn from. So I'm Gus Wagner. Thanks for checking this out. Thanks for watching this video for as many seconds or minutes that you did. And we'll be back tomorrow with another one of our 31 But hey man, we're just signing off. But any questions about LinkedIn and daily activities you got? Just go ahead and send those over while you're catching up. But be careful of what you're doing out there on the LinkedIn, but do something daily, and you'll have a lot better success in what's going on in the social media platforms. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading, and feel free to share this content with your friends who probably need to do a better job at LinkedIn as well. See you soon. Bye.